So it's very important to see that Philippa Foot, the originator of the trolley problem, offers a solution. And that the whole point of this essay by Judith Jarvis Thomson is that she thinks that solution is not a solution at all, and she offers her own solution. Okay, so there are three main elements to this essay. There's the trolley problem. Then there is Foot's solution to the trolley problem. And then there is Thomson's rejection of Foot's solution and her own proposal for a better solution. You could put it that way. There's three major elements. So now that we know what the trolley problem is, we know that the point is to find a solution to it, and that solution would be finding a difference between the two scenarios, which would justify the differential treatment. So, what is Foot's solution? It rests on the principle that killing is worse than letting die. That would be just a taken for granted principle that we would all accept that these are both bad things. Killing somebody is a bad thing, letting somebody die is a bad thing, but that killing them is worse. That's the principle that she is relying on. So we apply that to the two different scenarios, the doctor and the trolley driver. Well, if the driver does not switch to tracks, he would be killing 5 people with his trolley. If he switches, he would be killing 1. Okay. The doctor in the transplant scenario, uh, who harvested the man's organs, he would be killing 1 rather than letting the other 5 die. So the doctor, if he refused to kill the 1 man for his organs, he wouldn't be killing the other 5. He would simply be letting them die. So there is her solution. Killing 1 is worse than letting 5 die. That is uh, the reason that we would disapprove of the doctor's action if he killed the 1 patient to save the other 5 is that he would be killing 1 person to prevent, or rather than letting the 5 die. But killing is worse than letting die, so killing 1 is worse than letting 5 die. That's why we disapprove of the doctor doing what he would do, um, compared with the trolley situation, where either you'd be killing 5 by staying on the same track or killing 1 by switching tracks. Clearly, they're both bad things, but that killing 5 in this case is worse than killing 1, so we would approve of the trolley driver switching tracks. So that's her solution, Philippa Foot's solution. She's pointing out a difference between the two scenarios that wasn't apparent at first. The trolley driver scenario is killing 5 rather than killing 1. The doctor transplant scenario is killing 1 rather than letting 5 die. And then we apply the principle that killing is worse than letting die, then we have a basis for disapproving of the actions of the doctor while we approve of the actions of the trolley driver. So that is Philippa Foot's solution to the trolley problem. The added scenario of the bystander at the switch is the basis for Thomson's rejection of this solution. And this is the one that's explained in the text, where instead of a trolley driver having to decide whether to switch tracks, it's just a bystander who observes the situation and has to decide whether or not to just throw a switch to have the trolley change tracks. And her idea is that we would approve of, or we would say that it's morally permissible for the bystander to throw the switch just as much as it is permissible for the trolley driver to switch tracks, but that it is different. That is, if the bystander threw the switch, he would be killing 1. That is, he would be actively killing the 1 person in the sense that he's changing the direction of the trolley and directly killing the one person. But if he did nothing, he wouldn't be killing anybody. He would just be letting them die. That is, he would be letting the situation proceed. And no one's dying as a result of his actions. He is just letting them die. But on Foot's account, right, that killing is worse than letting die, we should disapprove of the bystander at the switch. Right? On Foot's account, he would be killing one in order to save, in order to, he would be killing one rather than letting five die. But that's exactly what the doctor was doing and exactly what we disapproved. So on Foot's account, he can't throw the switch. But Thomson believes that we all think he can, or that most of us think he can. That is, we don't think that the bystander is in really any morally different situation than the trolley driver. We would say that it's morally permissible for the bystander to throw the switch, just as it's morally permissible for the driver to switch tracks while he's driving the trolley. So this is the basis for her rejection of Foot's solution. And the rest of the essay is Thomson giving her own solution. And that is, you know, finding a better difference between the two scenarios, which would justify their differential treatment.